Today, video is everything. You need speed, creativity, and consistency. With HeyGen, you can create the most lifelike avatar videos, 10 times faster than traditional production, scale across 175 different languages, looks, and platforms, all in 4K. Your clients want more videos, more engagement, and more results. HeyGen gives you the tools to deliver. Need personalized videos that feel custom? Done. Launch interactive, engaging campaigns that deliver more for your clients, and do it all without blowing the budget. No expensive studios, no costly talent, just beautiful, effective videos that drive results. And here's a secret. We used HeyGen to create me. Join the future of storytelling. Become a HeyGen certified agency partner.
Good morning, everyone. You are very welcome to this week's agency webinar. We are super excited to welcome some of you who are new here to this webinar. We run it every 2 weeks, and this really focuses on how agencies can use HeyGen to create videos for their clients. My name is Cathal from the HeyGen Agency team here in San Francisco, and I will be walking you through some customer examples today, as well as a demo of the product, and then a couple of callouts for agencies that we recently released a case study on. So we're going to be taking a look at Favored today, who are using our UGC style avatars to create content with. But I was thinking today we would start by kicking it off with a video I saw online yesterday from the Klarna CEO using his avatar to create financial updates. I think in this case it was their quarterly earnings report. And just want to show you kind of how executives and leaders across businesses are using avatars to now create more content. So in this case, his team would have created an avatar on his behalf, and then his marketing or communications team are able to create videos for super busy people who wouldn't have otherwise been able to create content so easily. So going to share this video next, and then we will move forward with our normal
Hello,
webinar.
hey, guten tag and hola. It's me, or rather my AI avatar, here to share Klarna's Q1 2025 highlights. We're starting the year strong, and 3 things really stand out. 1. We've hit 100 million active consumers, the fastest growth we've seen in years. 2. Klarna just delivered its 4th consecutive profitable quarter. And 3. AI is now deeply embedded across our business, unlocking efficiency and record-setting growth. Let's break that down. Revenue rose 15% year on year to $701 million. The US led the charge with revenue up 33%, and Klarna remains the biggest pay-in-4 provider in the US, processing 4 times more volume than our closest competitor. And what's behind all this growth? AI. AI is helping us work smarter, scale faster, and deliver more value, from customer support and marketing to insights and product development. We're now on track to hit $1 million in revenue per employee. Very cool. 100 million consumers, profit, growth. And AI is the engine driving it all.
So yeah, super cool to see the Klarna CEO attributing a lot of their growth to AI. Obviously, it's not just HeyGen they're using lots of wonderful tools and some of the other partners that we work with as well. But some of the call outs there were they're using AI a lot in marketing use cases, like the one you just saw. That was his AI avatar. And on the follow-up email for this webinar, I will also share a link to that video on LinkedIn where you can actually see how well it's performed as well. The response was super good. And in some cases, people didn't even know that was an AI avatar. So yeah, shout out to the Klarna team. They're some of our power users of HeyGen, and really great to see what they are up to. So yeah, Now I'm going to jump into our normal slides. So yeah, many of you are here because you are agencies scaling your business with HeyGen. The way we've produced video hasn't changed that much in recent years, but the demands from customers have. Clients want more videos, they want lower budgets, and they want content in half the time they previously asked for. So with HeyGen, we help agencies and creative teams do just this, and we're really helping to future-proof agencies using AI. There is definitely some people on this call who it's their first time joining the HeyGen Community Hub here, so you're very welcome. This is the home of all HeyGen content, tips, tricks, guides, and where you can connect with other HeyGen users. But for those of you who are very new to HeyGen, HeyGen is an AI video platform. We help businesses and agencies create, translate, and personalize videos faster than ever before. We also have an interactive element to our videos, which I'm going to share a little bit later on this webinar as well. This is just a little shout out to heygen.com/agencies, where you can check out some of our other HeyGen certified agencies. And really what's great about this page is every certified agency has 2 videos that you can go and review. You can see the type of content that they're focused on. Some agencies will use all of HeyGen's products and offer all sorts of AI video solutions. Some are a lot more focused, like the agency we're going to talk about a little bit later on today's webinar, Favored, who are very focused on creating performance marketing ads with HeyGen. But yeah, it's been really interesting for us to see some agencies focus and specialize in certain parts of our products while others go a little bit more broad. If you are interested in completing our agency certification, I will also share that a little bit later on the follow-up email for this webinar. But the certification will take you through all the different parts of our product and help you explore how different agencies are using HeyGen. So yeah, what I'm going to do next is jump into the HeyGen platform, share my screen, and walk you through some of the platform. So next, I'm going to share my screen. One just quick call out would be if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them on the community forum. That is where I'm going to be able to keep track of what questions are coming through. I am just going to pull that up as well so I can take a look. And yeah, one of my colleagues, Raman, is also taking a look at questions. So feel free to send them through there. These webinars are best when they're interactive. I'm going to pause this. Yeah, so I see we have Tim from Ireland. Tim, you're very welcome. Good. So yeah, I think we have 1 or 2 questions starting to come in, but yeah, feel free to stop us at any stage and we are more than happy to answer your questions. So yeah, right now you're seeing my HeyGen account. I am in an agency account type. So this is a multi-tenanted architecture where you can see lots of different sub-accounts for different clients. And in this case, you can create subspaces to have a more streamlined workflow where you keep all of your clients' information, avatars, templates, and videos separate. You can also invite your clients to collaborate as well in these subspaces. But one of the first things you're going to see when you land on our new homepage is our Avatar 4 model. This is a photo model. It's one of our most advanced models that we have released, and we are in the process of integrating this throughout HeyGen. So at a certain point, you'll be able to combine your video avatars with these photo avatars as well. But it's really easy here just to start with a photo, or you can even upload one of your own photos. You can type in a script, or you can upload audio here. I'm actually just going to click this button here and click Surprise Me. It'll automatically apply a voice, but you can also come in here and apply your own voices. But the reason I want to start by showing this is the agencies we work with have been really excited about this new feature. They've been creating a lot of content even quicker than they were able to before. So highly recommend checking out this feature. I'm going to come back to this video a little bit later and we can show you what this looks like as well, the video that I've just generated. But here is an example. I just uploaded a photo, and what we actually do is we take that photo, we add the script that you provide us, but then we try to bring the photo to life with movements and micro gestures to make it look more engaging. So I prompted this avatar to be very happy. You can have a look at what it looks like, or a teammate. It's now much smoother and faster to get connected and have those conversations. Give it a try today and let us know what you think. So yeah, you can see super happy avatar, big smiles here. First, we are going to jump into our editor. So one of the things you can do in HeyGen is start completely from scratch. You can start portrait or landscape. You can also start by using one of our templates here. This is an example of what a template might look like. I'm going to start with one with like a little bit more text just to show you, but agencies will often create templates for their clients so that they can then create videos on demand very fast. So I'm going to show you a little bit what this looks like before jumping in and showing you what the editor experience would be for this.
Technology drives progress. Your business deserves the power to innovate and grow. Welcome to a future where advanced IT solutions are the key to unlocking your full potential. At the heart of every thriving business.
So let's jump into the studio. This is what our new studio editor looks like. For some of you who are a little bit more experienced in the HeyGen product, this looks a little bit different to our old editor. It's a much more powerful experience. So I highly recommend if you do have videos or templates that you're using in the old editor, that you try to move them over to this new experience. Essentially, we just give you more powers and functionality in this new editor, such as voice mirroring, such as the ability to add captions to your videos in the platform and actually edit the fonts of the captions and the sizes. This is something that in the past people had to do off platform, but we're slowly starting to add more and more features that people tell us, hey, we made a video in HeyGen and we often needed to go to another video editor to kind of add captions or add different transitions. We've now started to add all of those here in the platform. So on the left here, you have your script section. There's essentially two different ways you can work with the script section. One is you can type in text directly. The other is you can actually upload audio. So let's say I delete some of this. This is a test script for today's webinar. We by default selected this voice here. This is tuba. It's also really easy to kind of change the different angles and views of the avatar. But let's say we want her sitting down on a seat for this scene instead. We would just select that here, or another example would be we can kind of change the angle of the outfit. But I'm going to preview what this would sound like. Hopefully you can hear it.
This is a test script for today's webinar.
One of the things we can do here is add pronunciation as well. So for example, if we wanted a certain word to be pronounced in a certain way, you can just highlight the word and click pronunciation. One of the best examples we see here is Tokyo, for example. You might want to type it in as Tokyo to get the actual correct pronunciation across all your videos. we're starting to add more collaboration functionality. So some of the feedback we've been getting is to create a video, it often takes more than one person. You're getting feedback from different people on your creative team, on your video team, on the production team. You can now add comments from within the HeyGen app. And this will essentially allow you to collaborate with colleagues. I can tag one of my colleagues like this, if they are in my workspace, for example. Voice Director. This is a new functionality in our new editor. This essentially gives you powers to create even more emotive, expressive videos. I've just transferred this over to voice director mode now, for example. And let's say this initial script, rather than having the excited version that I currently had. So this would be, the voice is highly enthusiastic, vibrant, and joyful. We can apply this to all scenes. And now when I actually preview this text, it's going to sound slightly different. It's going to have the new emotion that I've applied to it. So yeah, let's see when we can get this to load.
At the heart of every thriving business lies technology that empowers.
So you can hear this is an excited version, but let's say we want something a little bit more serious. You can see here the prompts for this are a lot more concise, they're more direct, and I'm going to apply this to all scenes as well, so you can now hear what this will sound like. And this will be an example of the more serious voice next in the editor, depending on like what type of content you are creating. Just one other call out would be every one of these kind of paragraphs corresponds to a different.
At the heart of every thriving business lies technology that empowers.
So yeah, with this tuba voice, you can really hear the difference in the excited version versus the more serious version. It will show you kind of previews of what emotion you want to use. But if I click on this next scene, you can now see we have a different avatar. So maybe we're going to have to apply a different voice. And then, down here on the 5th paragraph, we can see the avatar is back on screen. I just want to show you what it would look like if we change the avatar. So let's say we change to Annie here instead. Annie is like a more kind of front-on avatar. It's not full body like the previous avatar, but you can see you have a choice here between the different looks for Annie. And you can also change the framing. So let's say we want to do a close-up, or let's say we want her in a circle. You can do all of that with just the click of a button. One of the things I want to show you next is a functionality called voice mirroring. This is essentially where in the past I have been typing in text and we've been selecting what emotion we want to apply to this voice. In this example, I'm actually going to record a live audio recording, and then it's going to take my expressions, my upward inflections, my downward inflections, my pauses, and it's going to apply it to Annie and her voice. So we call this voice mirroring. I'm going to record a little example now so you can hear what that will sound like. At our company, we are committed to helping businesses of all sizes thrive by providing IT solutions that are not only advanced, but adaptable. Once I have this button here toggled, it's going to apply it to Annie and her voice. So I'm going to apply this next. And this is just another way that you can take more control of the content that you're creating. So rather than just using text to script, we can actually have a even more expressive video. And next, I'm just going to preview that.
At our company, we are committed to helping businesses of all sizes thrive by providing IT solutions that are not only advanced, but adaptable.
So yeah, this is something that personally I've been really excited about. When I'm creating content, often using text to script is great, but it doesn't get you all of the way there. In some cases, using voice mirroring just kind of unlocks that extra layer to your videos of super expressive content that has been super useful. One of the things we can do here really easily is just create a new scene, and I can select another avatar here, for example. So I'm going to use one of my own avatars for this. This is an example of one I filmed yesterday. And then one of the questions we just got in the chat is around actually removing the background from this. So let's say we have an avatar here like Arthur with a set background. All that we would need to do is click this button, background remover, BG remover, and then you can remove the background. And I think the question in the chat was kind of around, could you add your own background? So let's say this is the background. You can then see here maybe Avatar or Arthur in a white t-shirt doesn't make as much sense. But let's see if we have another example. Maybe this one will be better. You can see here we can actually then apply this avatar to whatever background. You also have the option to upload videos as your background if you want something a little bit more dynamic. So let's use this one. And then this will actually be video content rather than a static image. We also have some of the other kind of things you might be interested in adding.
Anywhere in the world, your business at your fingertips. Imagine
adding your own elements. You can also add text to these screens. Super easy as well. Let's say a title. And this can all be dragged and dropped like you can imagine. Adding captions is also super easy. I also have a little video to show you on this a little bit later in the webinar, but you can add captions to your scenes here by just clicking this button. So this kind of would bring me to the end of our quick text editor demo. Let me see. And what I'm going to show you next is how you can actually create your own avatar. But I'm going to take one moment just to read and catch up on any questions we have here. One question here is from Jose. Any plans to use a feature like voice mirroring to adjust the look or expression of the avatars in addition to the voice and tone? Yeah, Jose, just to kind of confirm on that, when we use voice mirroring, like here, when you actually generate the video, the avatar recognizes the sentiment of the video. So if you're speaking very serious in the audio that you provide us, that avatar is then going to have serious expressions. It's going to act in a serious manner. If you provide an audio file that's very happy and energetic, the actual video will be happy and energetic. So with voice mirroring and even with director mode, if you're just using text, the avatar is going to take the emotion that you apply to it on board, and it's going to consider that when it's actually creating the video. So highly recommend that you actually go and try this out. This is a way that you can actually not only adapt the emotion of the voice, but by providing kind of the prompt around what emotion you want, or providing an audio file with emotion, the avatar will then actually mirror those expressions as well. So highly recommend trying that out. I'm going to mark this as answered. So yeah, please keep the questions going. Next, I'm going to jump over to how to create your own avatars. And yeah, I also see a message here from Elizabeth. Hey Elizabeth, you're very welcome and great to have you on the webinar. And next we're going to go here to the avatar section. And you're going to have a couple of different options when you're creating your own avatar. So at the start of this presentation, I generated a quick video with our Avatar 4 model just from a photo. I want to show you what this looks like. And this might also help with Jose's question of, I provided this avatar a script. The avatar then reads the script, considers the context of it, and actually applies the emotion throughout as well. So this is an avatar 4 that's based on a photo and some text.
To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We will fail when we fail to try.
So yeah, you can see here, it was a very serious script I provided it. So the avatar is then taking on a serious tone and kind of visual display. If I provided a more happy script, the avatar would be smiling much more, for example.
To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We will fail when we fail to try.
Great. So next thing we're going to do is show you how you can create some of your own avatars for yourself or even for your clients. So we have a few different options here. You can essentially start by typing in a text prompt and creating a completely AI generated fictional character. You can also start by uploading a photo or multiple photos to get a more accurate photo avatar. And then you can see here the first option is where we actually take real video footage of a person. We get a consent statement from that person or client, whether it be yourself or one of your clients. And we can create like a hyper realistic avatar. You can also add photos as well. So this is a combination of both. But first, I'm going to show you what it might look like to generate an avatar from scratch. Yesterday, I had a call with an agency who are working on a campaign with a client, and they completely AI generated a character, a persona for a brand. The brand is super happy with the avatar, but they started here in HeyGen and created this AI persona that doesn't even exist, and they're now going to be using for kind of a variety of different things, mostly marketing content, but also some internal training as well for the company. So we could name the avatar, let's say Cahill. You can specify if you want the avatar to be young, more senior, or unspecified. You can select the gender here. So let's say I want to create a woman. You can also specify the ethnicity, or you can do unspecified. Here is where you can type in a text prompt essentially on what type of avatar you want to create. Some of our customers will use GPT to create like a really accurate prompt with lots of really kind of vivid examples around what they want. Or they're going to give like really specific details on the type of avatar they want to create. But I'm going to click try sample here. You can see this is an example of one, and we're going to use this The orientation is kind of just around like the shape of the videos you think you might be creating, whether they be landscape, portrait, or square. I often start with landscape. It makes it a lot easier to turn it into a square after, rather than if you start with portrait, it'll be a little bit more limited. And then you can specify if you want it to be a full body avatar, just their face, or upper body. And then here are also some kind of styles of video. So you can make it realistic, more animated, vintage, cyberpunk, etc. I'm going to go for a more realistic example. This generation process takes around 30 seconds, and then it'll take a little while for the avatar to actually load so you can go and use it as well. But once you create this avatar once, you can then generate multiple different looks for the avatar as well. And I will show you what that looks like in just one moment. Okay, so you can now see on screen, this is an example of some of the avatars that we've generated. I'm going to go with this one and click Save. You can see in the prompt that I provided, I wanted some cars in the background. And one of the first things you might want to do is actually add a voice. So we have added some smart voice match features. This is where you can actually add the type of voice that you would like. So I'm going to preview some of these.
Hey there.
Let's say we want to go with Karn, and we're going to add this voice. You can add more photos to this model. But once you've added some more photos, you can unlock a new range of kind of possibilities as well. Just to show you what this looks like, I'm going to show you with one of my avatars. So I've uploaded some photos here. One of the things you can actually do is add a product as well. So I could add something like a Coke bottle like this, or you can upload your own examples, but let's say unspecified. This is a way that you can actually add product placement in the HeyGen app. But yeah, so that was kind of generating an avatar using completely AI. You can also start here by uploading some of your own photos. This is kind of what good looks like. Some of you are familiar here with Adam on our product team. You can see he's added a lot of different avatars. There's a mixture of close-up and full body. This just means you have more variety for creating content. And we're really looking for high resolution photos. If you give us a kind of blurry photo, the avatar is going to be a little bit blurry. And then here's some bad examples, kind of like, Adam a couple of years ago versus Adam with like a Snapchat type filter here, or even this example has multiple faces. So the better photos you give us, the kind of more accurate avatar we can provide you. And then, probably the avatar most of our customers spend most of the time with is our hyper-realistic avatar. This is where you can create a digital twin of someone by collecting some video content. I'm going to play a little bit of this and then kind of walk you through what the instructions might look like.
Want to create an instant or lifestyle avatar with HeyGen? Here's how to film it right. Choose a background that is quiet and well lit. Depending on what equipment you have available, you can shoot your avatar with a professional camera, a webcam, or your phone. For a camera, we recommend an aspect ratio of either 16:9 horizontal or 9:16 vertical. For the best results, record in 4K 30 FPS, but high definition 1920x1080 is also acceptable. For smartphone recordings, you can set your resolution to 4K or 1080p.
So yeah, we do recommend using a professional camera, but in some cases, an iPhone or an Android phone toggled into 4K mode will also get you some excellent results. This is an example of the type of content that'll turn out great. There's good natural lighting. We can see the person's mouth at all times. And as you can see here, if you actually want distinct gestures for that avatar as well, after you upload the original video, or even with the original video, you can actually space out the different gestures that you want. So This has been one of the biggest requests we've got around adding gestures to avatar videos, whether it be like a wave or a thumbs up. We're now working on a way that you can actually do this with your avatars going forward. So yeah, once you kind of go through these instructions, there's also even more detailed instructions here. You would just upload your video footage. You can use a webcam like this. We would recommend kind of using a high quality camera, but it really feels like if you're just creating your first avatar on HeyGen, sometimes using the webinar or using the webcam is one of the quickest ways to kind of get started. And then you can also record via your phone as well. So this is where you would scan a QR code and then you can actually create content super quickly. Once you get through this step, the next step would be actually uploading your consent statement. That would just be saying that you give permission to HeyGen to create an avatar on the HeyGen platform. I know we're starting to run up on time here, and one of the things we have just been asked is around our interactive avatar. So so far I've been showing you our core avatar platform. This is for creating static video content. So videos that might be used in marketing, videos that might be used in learning and development or training, but they're kind of static videos that can be replayed, posted online, hosted. The question we've just got in the chat is around our interactive avatar and how you actually create one of those. So our interactive avatar lives under our lab section here on the bottom left, and then you can see the interactive avatar tile here. For those of you who haven't seen the interactive avatar before, this is actually where you can create an interactive experience for your clients. You create an avatar. The instructions are slightly different. I'll walk you through those in just a moment. But the way this works is you provide the interactive avatar a knowledge base or some information. Some people will create knowledge bases within HeyGen. Some people will connect their own LLM. But this is where you could have an avatar, for example, on your website or part of a marketing activation campaign. And you can actually have a conversation, or your clients can actually have their questions answered by these avatars. What it would look like to create your own avatar is slightly different to our core avatar platform. We only need 2 minutes video footage, but it's really important that the first 15 seconds of that video footage is your avatar kind of listening. So the avatar is kind of sitting, or you're sitting kind of, or standing, nodding your head, not talking for the first 15 seconds. Then we need 19 seconds of you talking about pretty much whatever you want. It's just really important that you don't move your body or your hands too much, because we'll be using this footage for your avatar. It's important that it's one continuous piece of video and not cut or stitched together. And then just making sure that you actually pause between sentences so that we can kind of see what the mouth movements would look like for your optimal interactive avatar. Once you upload this, the next step again would be just getting consent from you or your client to actually create this interactive avatar. Here are some that I've created. This is an example of some knowledge bases here within HeyGen. You can add an introduction on how you want the avatar to actually start the conversation and introduce yourself. You can add useful links here, and then this is where you would put the majority of your prompt. So for example, if you're an e-commerce company or working with an e-commerce client, this is maybe where you're going to paste some information around all of the different products that you offer, so that the interactive avatar actually has some context when it starts the conversation. But yeah, one of the things I'm going to do is jump in and show you what it would look like. Let's maybe start with Alec here. So this is Alec. Some of you may be familiar with Alec. He runs our API business at HeyGen. This avatar has been trained to actually have conversations around our interactive avatar. So one of the first places that new customers for our interactive avatar product will be sent is to Alex AI interactive avatar here, so people can have conversations and have all of their basic questions answered around how to actually use the HeyGen interactive avatar. So in this case, I haven't booted this avatar up in a while. It's going to take a little second to load. The more the avatar is being used, the quicker the start time is. And then once the conversation starts, it's near real-time communication. So we've really been able to get the latency down on these conversations. So shout out to our AI team. If Alec doesn't load in one moment, I'm going to pull up another example. Okay, let's try another one here. I'm going to go to our public avatars, and yeah, how about we go with Anastasia here. And I've applied one of my default knowledge bases. So rather than Alex avatar, where it's been more set up to have interactive avatar conversations.
Hey there, ready to boost your business with HeyGen's amazing interactive avatar API?
Hey Anastasia, how can the HeyGen interactive avatar be used by agencies for their clients?
Oh, hey! So agencies can use interactive avatars for client support, training, or even creating engaging content. It's like having a virtual assistant ready to help anytime. Pretty cool, right? Any specific use cases you're curious about?
Yeah, completely agree. The customer support and engagement use case is something we're seeing a lot, but how could an interactive avatar be used as part of a marketing activation campaign for a brand?
Absolutely. An avatar can engage customers through fun interactions, explain products, or host promotions, making the brand memorable. It adds a personal touch, you know? Got a specific brand in mind?
Not right now, but how could the HeyGen API for interactive avatar be integrated into someone's website?
Great question. You can use the embed option by copying a simple HTML snippet into your website's code. It adds a chat widget for users to interact in real time. Want to explore that further?
So yeah, you get the gist. Hopefully that answers Tim's question. That was essentially around how to get set up with an interactive avatar with the knowledge base here that you can create within HeyGen, the slightly different steps that you need to follow to create an interactive avatar, and then what the experience actually looks like. Yeah, we're coming up on time, so if anyone has any final questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Right now, I'm going to jump back to Restream, and I'm going to show you a couple other things I wanted to cover today. One in particular being, let me see. One in particular being a quick case study around one of the agencies that we're working with. So, whoops. Let me see. So yeah, on this week's agency customer stories, I wanted to call out Favored. We just added this to the customer story section on our website. This is essentially a deep dive into how Favored, a London-based agency, has been using HeyGen to create UGC-style content. And yeah, they've had some massive unlocks. They've been able to 6x the amount of content they've been creating. In a lot of cases, they're running performance marketing ads. So by 6x increasing the content they create, they've been able to move much quicker with clients, but they've also been able to test the videos and the ads that they've actually been rolling out for clients. And as a result, they've been able to really hone in on the ones that are working and try out different approaches. For their avatars, they've created up to 50 different looks. So in many cases, if they're running, LinkedIn or Instagram, TikTok ads, they've been able to have these avatars with so many different looks and backgrounds that people think it's a real person actually creating the content. So shout out to them. I will also make a note to share this case study in the follow-up for this webinar as well. And then finally, we added 2 new features since the last webinar. Our marketing team put together these little video snippets just to kind of cover some new features. One is Brand Kit, which I'm just going to show you briefly in the platform. Brand Kit has been around for a little while now, but we've added a way that you can actually shuffle the different brands and ways that you can set up a brand for clients in a video. So let me see. I'm going to jump to a slightly different space here. And I'm going to show you some brands. So obviously the first brand here is HeyGen. We have the HeyGen logo. We have some colors, fonts, and icons. This is one for Coca-Cola, but let's say this demo one here for Momentum. You can see the different logos. They have like a pretty wide variety of colors. We've also added some photos here that are kind of relevant to the brand. And yeah, fonts are most important as well. So you can actually have consistency across all of your videos. In the brand kit, you also have an option to add some voice. This is where you can actually come in here and add specific words or terms associated with that brand and tell us how they should be actually spoken phonetically. And then you can see this is just like a knowledge base. Maybe you're going to add some icons to your videos and you might want to hyperlink them as well, or kind of streamline that process. But the new feature that I'm about to share with you now is just a way that you can actually shuffle these brands across videos. So let me try to show you an example of that. So let's say we start with a template. Here's an example of a template. What you can do is you can select the different brand kits that you have here. Right now I have the Coca-Cola one open, but I'm going to switch over to the demo one with Momentum. And essentially, by clicking shuffle colors here, you can see I've actually changed the whole template by just clicking a button. Rather than manually having to select each element and change the color, we can just click this button here, and this is just a way that makes it much easier to create content. So you can see here, this is the blue. Once you click on the brand kit here, we can click shuffle colors, and yeah, you can add consistency across all of the slides. Right now, I've just applied the changes to one slide, but it's really easy to click apply to all scenes. And now all of the scenes across the video are in the colors, the fonts, and the just general like visuals that you actually want it to. So here is a cool little video that our marketing team put together just around WhatsApp. And then, yeah, finally, something I shared a little bit earlier on today's call was the ability to add captions to your scenes up here. You can now add captions in the HeyGen app, customize them with different styles. Let's say we want to go with this style here. Maybe it doesn't make sense on the blue background. Let's try it here. But yeah, this is a way that you can actually adjust. So let's say we want to make it really big, like so. We can also change like the colors here as well of the actual captions. But this next video is just like a little way that you can actually go and do that. So I'm gonna play this.
And this is how you generate captions with HeyGen.
Great. So we are just up on time. I don't see any final questions, but just want to thank everyone for joining. We will be back in 2 weeks' time with our next agency-focused webinar. We are hoping to bring on an agency that has been working specifically with lawyers in particular. For one of our future webinars, they're going to talk through kind of how they're using HeyGen and how they've really been succeeding in working with many clients to create social media content in particular. So it'll be a marketing focused agency webinar next time. I'm not sure will that be in 2 weeks or 3, but in the meantime, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to us, the agency team. If you're interested in actually having a conversation with the team, if you go to the HeyGen page and select HeyGen for agencies on the contact form, you will be routed directly to an agency specialist. So other than that, thank you for all your questions. Thank you for attending, and I will share a short follow-up email a little bit later today with all of the information you need from today's webinar. But other than that,